but data of all sorts. Pictures, videos, whatever. It's an immutable data transfer protocol. Now, a lot of Bitcoin investors are really upset about this because it now introduces a new way to attack Bitcoin. Because now, if someone wants to, they could attach pictures or videos to a transaction that will forever live on the blockchain. The problem with that, though, is if someone were to attach something illegal, like the people who might have been funding this project for their own self-interest in 2015, allegedly, that makes it potentially unusable from an ethical and a legal point of view. How? Because this opens the door for people to spam the blockchain with things like NFTs and memes and other random files, which over time not only increases the block size, making it harder to run your own node and to be decentralized, but also changes the meaning of what Bitcoin is supposed to be. I can make an entire video talking about this, but that's how you can basically co-opt Bitcoin from the inside. That's how you attack it. Now, whether you personally care about this story or not is not really the point. The point is, this is another possible explanation for why some Bitcoin holders decided to sell. They're like, you know what, I'm going to sit this one out while Bitcoin figures itself out, and that fear is causing them to sell in addition to all the other things we just explained. And the fourth theory that sort of explains everything that's happening right now sort of ties everything together. And full credit to Jordi Visser for coming up with this, but his theory says that Bitcoin is having its equivalent of an IPO moment. Now, an IPO happens in the stock market. It stands for initial public offering, and it's when a company goes public and investors could buy shares of that company. But Bitcoin's obviously not a company, so what does that mean? What it means for Bitcoin is early investors are cashing out. They're taking their profits because for the first time in history, they actually can. There's enough liquidity. There's enough money now to sell and get their money out. But hold on. If Bitcoin's going to 1 million, why would they ever sell, right? Well, it's because what you have to understand is that there are people that walk among us right now, and you don't know who they are. I mean, you might be one of them, but some of them are already billionaires. And here's a recent example of a wallet that's been cashing out hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. Earlier this year, there was also Galaxy Digital, which processed a $9 billion